everyone. I hope you're doing well, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. I am here to do an intuitive card reading on today's energies to see what insights, guidance, and messages the universe wants to share with us. So let's take a look at the cards and see what the divine wants us to know. Okay. So we have don't be misled. Oh boy. That has been coming up a lot lately. Like, that toxic group, like, they've been trying and trying, and they're trying to deceive and mislead people. They're trying to, be like, oh, I'm going to quote unquote tell the truth, but their truth is just helping them lie. Like, they will manipulate and coerce, and like things that, like, people have been coming and telling me all these things that they're doing now, and like they're twisting words and twisting the facts to suit their narratives. And it's like, oh, just because you felt that they were abusing you doesn't mean that they actually did. And like, they weren't telling me that, by the way. They were telling other people that. And it's just like, abuse is abuse. And we don't need to do like all this, qualifications like, oh, I feel like that, or I felt that. Like, no, like, the truth is the truth, okay? You're just trying to manipulate things to your favor. So the universe does not want you to be misled by any types like that. Like, there are going to be all these slick people trying to, use these pretty words to be like, oh, but this, listen, here's the facts, here's what happened. And like, they could be telling you two things that are true, but your brain associates them together. Like, for instance, I was watching this video that I just stumbled across, but it was going on about how people lie to you by telling you the truth. And they could have someone tell you like, oh, I need to go now, I have a phone call to make. And both things may be true, like that they want to leave and that they have a phone call to make. You in your mind will be like, oh, they're leaving because I have to make this phone call. When in reality, they could just be leaving because they don't want to be around anymore. They don't want to interact with you. They're bored of you, whatever. And at some point, they need to make that call, and they're using it as an excuse. So there can be people doing stuff like that where they'll just like tell you things that are true and like paint a story, and it's like a half truth, and like you will like come to the conclusion like, oh, this and that are connected. It's like, but they're not connected at all. But we also have, when fear speaks, it's always wrong. Yeah, false evidence appearing real. That's fear, all right. Unless being chased by wildebeest. And when love speaks, it's always right and usually bouncy. Game on, the universe. So that's the thing. Like, love is like a highest truth. Like, the actual divine unconditional love, not people's conditional love. So like, oh, if you love me, you would do this, and how they try to manipulate you and all that. But like, so often people will use your fears against you, and they can be very covert about it. The narcissist that I got away from was very good at that. Very good at that, of like, saying the things, but then, behind closed doors being pretty nasty. Like, so I've mentioned it before, but my family does not treat the cat well, and they've genuinely trained her to bite and to fight. Like, she will like lash out, and like, you'll be doing nothing and she gets all riled up, and it's because they keep disregarding and disrespecting her, and like, they'll laugh as she fights them and gets all mad at them, and there's like, ha 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 ha. And it just like blows my mind, and they'll be in denial about it, and I'll point out, it's like, no one in their right mind would think that. And they're like, no, she likes this, she loves this, she wants this, and that whole thing. But so the narcissist, when I was expressing frustration about how Suki was all riled up and wouldn't stop going after me, and I'm like trying all these different, toys, trying to distract her with different things, just get her to do something else, to get her aggression out on like one of her toys or something, she wouldn't do it. They kept telling me, "We'll tell her no." And it's like, you think I'm telling her yes? Of course I told her no, and I'm trying to, and there's like, then they blow up on me. But then in public, they're just like telling all these people, "Oh yeah, their families literally trained the cat to fight. It's the worst." And it's like, you're acting like you know this and all this, but you're treating me horribly behind the scenes. Like, oh my goodness. So yeah, don't be misled. There are all sorts of people doing some questionable things, misleading things, deceptive things, being covert, and you got to be careful. Take care of yourselves, protect your time and energy and your peace of mind and your well-being, because these people, they're going to try to get you to doubt yourself, to question yourself, to think the truth, the reality isn't the truth and the reality. They'd be like, "Oh no, like that's not true. It's actually this." And they'll try to get you to be disconnected from yourself because you know what's true. Like deep down, you know. And sometimes, yeah, we can get caught up in our emotions, and so our perception of the truth can be skewed. But like about stuff like that, like, what was going on with the narcissist and the toxic group, I knew what was true, and they kept trying to convince me it wasn't true. And other people would even speak up. There's like 3 or 4 people in that group who try to speak up and be on my side and be like, "Hey, this isn't cool. Hey, that's not right. That's not true." And they just attack them and then like boot them out and stuff. So it's like, don't be misled. You know what's true. Do what's best for you. And if you need to walk away from people like that, do it. I 1000% encourage you to do it. Be safe. Protect yourself. Do what's best for your peace of mind and your well-being. I'm wishing you all a wonderful rest of your day. Please take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.